The Prophet and Khadija had 6 children, 2 boys and 4 girls. Unfortunately, both the boys, Qasim and Abdullah, died when they were still little babies. The 4 daughters, Janab, Ruqayya, Kulsum, and Fatima, grew up into beautiful young girls and were married when the time came. Zainab was married to Khadija's nephew Abu al-As ibn Rabia, the son of Khadija's sister. He was a kind and upright man. Ruqayya and Kulsum were married to 2 sons of Abu Lahab. They were Utbah and Utaiba. Abu Lahab, though also an uncle of the Prophet, became the Prophet's enemy. Abu Lahab forced Utbah and Utaiba to divorce the daughters of the Prophet and send them back to their father. Later on, Ruqayya was married to Uthman ibn Affan. After her death in Medina, the Prophet married his other daughter Kulsum to Uthman ibn Affan, but she too did not live long. The youngest daughter Fatima married her father's cousin and son of Abu Talib, Hazrat Ali. They had 2 sons, Hassan and Hussein. The Prophet loved his grandsons very much, and playing with them gave the Prophet a lot of joy. At the age of 40 years, Prophet Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam went, as was his habit, to the cave of Hira to spend Ramadan, the traditional month of retreat. One day he was sitting all alone in this cave when he had an extraordinary experience. The archangel Jibril alayhi salam suddenly appeared before the Prophet Muhammad in human form and commanded, "Read." "I cannot read," Prophet Muhammad replied and protested. So the angel held the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam tightly by the shoulder, shook him, and taught him these words: "Read, in the name of your Lord who created man from a clot. And your Lord is the most generous, who taught by the pen, taught man what he did not know." These were the first words of the revelation. Our Pyare Aka Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam felt that these lines were actually being written in his heart. So gradually the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam began to understand his quest for truth has finally been rewarded. His restless, searching soul has been joined with his Lord. So days passed. One day the Prophet's cousin Ali ibn Abi Talib, who was just 10 years old, visited their house as usual and saw the Prophet and Khadija praying together. He was surprised and asked, "What is this? I have never seen anybody doing this before." The Prophet explained to his little cousin, "We are saying prayers or salah. Allah has made me his prophet and revealed the Quran to me. Why don't you join us?" Ali took in the words and decided to think over the whole matter. The next day he came again to their house and said, "I want to join you. I accept Islam and want to follow its teachings." Thus Ali became the second believer after Khadija radiallahu ta'ala anha. From that time on, the Prophet would lead the prayers and Ali would stand next to him with Khadija standing behind them. They were the only 3 people offering salah. Stay tuned.